Ed White, Miss Demeanor, the adventures of Celia J., a 13-year-old detective. And for that, I'll turn it over to the very nattily dressed Mr. Ed White.
Yeah, okay. So this is my show, Miss Demeanor by Celia J. Very nice, glossy, colorful cover, hard copy, case bound, quality job by History of Books. Okay. Reading a little text about this. There's a new crime fighter in town. She's smart, she's fearless. She's 13 years old and determined to be the world's greatest detective. She uses the skills learned at a CSI summer camp to investigate an attempt to swindle her father. Following the tragic loss of her mother, Celia's father enrolls her in the classes to ease her grief and keep her in a safe environment for the summer. Celia excels at the investigative lessons, earning her the respect of Detective Lieutenant Beth. Celia sees Beth as her new heroine and hopefully a suitable companion for her widowed dad. However, a devious woman with long blonde hair already has her sights on Celia's father. Aided by her accomplice, Jerry the Moke, a scary tattooed man, she proposes a phony investment scheme. When Celia suspects something is wrong and launches her investigation and surveillance, she is trapped in a dangerous predicament, far from home and help. An exciting first-person, character-driven, middle-grade mystery filled with a compelling cast of heroes and villains. There's a clever plot, crime scene investigative tools, suspense, and humor. Also, a heartwarming backstory and a cat named Mr. Whiskers. What's not to like? The book for both young and adult readers. And it is available from historyofbooks.com, which is this. Okay, and other major bookstores. So I'll read a little bit of the narrative, give you some feel for what the book is. It sounds like. Suddenly, in the side mirror, I saw part of a tattooed arm, something gray, and then nothing, as a blanket was thrown over my head. I was lifted off the ground with my arms pinned to my side. I was screaming and kicking with my high tops. I heard the side door slide open, and I was thrown inside. I heard duct tape ripping off a roll, and they wound it around me, then around my ankles. The van drove off and turned a sharp corner, and I rolled and crashed in the side. This is not good. I squirmed my body to lie across the van. When it braked sharply, I crashed in the front seats. It started again, and I rolled and crashed into the rear door. This is definitely not good. The van bumped over a curb and stopped abruptly. I crashed in the front seat again. I felt like a tennis ball being volleyed over a net. The sliding door opened. Someone grabbed me and threw me over a shoulder. It must be the scary tattooed man. I heard an outdoor bulkhead open and the doors slap against the house. We went downstairs into a dank, smelly basement. He flipped me off his shoulder and flat onto the floor. I was in a tight spot. I needed to get out of here. I started screaming, "Help!" I'll leave that there. So this all begs the question about why, as a writer of thrillers and mysteries filled with murder and mayhem, I suddenly turned to children's literature. And a definite answer, I think, is a little bit unsure. But I did have 5 granddaughters who came to the farm every day after school, and they waited there for their parents to pick them up. So I observed their young teenage behavior and their speech patterns and their bickering and complaining and everything else that they did. And that may have attributed to it. And I went to the library and I looked at YA books, the young adult books, and they're quite extreme, a little bit shocking in their language and content. So I dropped down into middle grade and felt much more comfortable there. I thought about going to a mall and hanging around and watching kids, but I figured I'd look suspicious and probably get arrested. I didn't do that. So it's just something that came to mind one day, and once I got the germ of an idea, then I was all into it. I mean, I wrote this thing in very, very short order. Then when I sent it out to History of Books, there was about a year-long wait, and then on New Year's Day of 2019, I had nothing better to do, so I emailed the acquisitions manager and asked her for the status of the book. and half hour later, I got a 10-page contract in my email. So that was quite thrilling, and it's gone on from there. So History of Books has been a wonderful partner with everything they've done, and they do all of it. They do all the artwork and everything else, and the marketing and whatever. So the reason we're recording this today is because Deanna Livesey, assistant director at Histria, asked about the meeting, and so then Gloria suggested the recording, and Bill, copied everybody on that. And so thank you for all approving. So I would suggest that a lot of you that have these nice books, maybe check out historyofbooks.com, and they do have a submissions format there, and they do publish a wide range of books, including the children's books and the arts and history and scholastic books and whatever. So please check it out. I'll show you that again, because when I say history, a lot of people think that I'm just saying history.
Hold it up a little higher. Ed.
How's
Yeah,
that?
back it up some. There.
Good.
Yep.
Spelled HISTRIA books.com. So check them out. They're good people. So my thanks to them, to Diana and Diana Livesey and Kurt and Dana at History of Books. So thank you all for this opportunity. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.